It's a story so bizarre that it ended up on the big screen. A Texas widow worth millions is found dead in a freezer. Her companion, a funeral home mortician, is charged with her murder. Peter Van Zandt of 48 Hours shows us how real-life developments brought this case back into the spotlight after the movie.
8:15 to 10, rock history.
Hollywood A-lister Jack Black is known for his iconic roles in School of Rock, the voice of Po in Kung Fu Panda, and the dark comedy Bernie, based on the murder of a wealthy widow in East Texas.
The thing about playing Bernie is that
Room service.
he's lovable, and it's really important to Bernie that he be loved.
My name is Bernie Tiede. You may have heard about me. They did a movie about me.
The real Bernie story made headlines in 1997 when Bernie, a beloved funeral home mortician, did the unthinkable to his close friend, Marjorie Nugent.
He picked up a gun, he shot her 4 times in the back, and that he buried her in her own deep freeze.
Texas Monthly writer Skip Hollandsworth, whose story inspired the movie, says the relationship had an unusual beginning.
In 1990, the town's leading banker and oilman, Rod Nugent, dies.
I embalmed his body and got him ready for the funeral.
Bernie assisted at the funeral and within months became Marjorie Nugent's constant companion, reaping the benefits of her $6 million fortune.
No way, what? They had a ball together. They traveled the world.
He stole her money.
Alexandria Nugent says Bernie saw her grandmother as a mark.
When he was about to be found out, he shot her and killed her.
Tiede confessed to the crime and was sentenced to life in prison. The story fascinated Oscar-nominated director Rick Linklater.
I think the film is asking the question, can the nicest person in the world be capable of the worst act?
After seeing the movie, lawyer Jody Cole took on his appeal, interviewed Bernie, and uncovered a bombshell. Bernie told her he'd been molested as a child, and she had her own opinion about Marjorie.
This woman had been abusing him for a very long time.
She says that caused Bernie to snap, and he killed Marjorie.
I don't know what happened that morning.
With these revelations, Cole was able to get Bernie a new sentencing trial. Prosecutor Jane Starnes.
I think he's conned Hollywood and he's conned the whole judicial system.
I'm not buying that. Bernie's a good guy.
Wow, Peter Van Zandt is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Hollywood was brought into this to help with Bernie's story?
Well, Richard Linklater found out about the story, actually met with Bernie face-to-face, as did the actor Jack Black.
Bernie actually lived in his house for a while, Linklater, didn't he?
That's right. Lived in his apartment when he got released in preparation for this resentencing trial. But those two men are convinced that this was not a premeditated murder, but rather an act of passion. And in Texas, you can get 2 to 20 years for that. They think he's served enough time, almost 17 years, and they'd like to see him freed.
And people didn't care too much for Marjorie either.
This little town, Carthage, Bible Belt town, she was the most despised person in town. And they had to move the trial 2 counties away because they couldn't get a jury that would fairly listen to it. Wow. The prosecutor was urged to not take this to court, even though he shot her 4 times in the back.
Peter Van Zandt, wow, what a story. You can watch Peter's report, The Mortician, The Murder, the movie, in a new episode of 48 Hours tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central. It is part of a 48 Hours double feature that starts at 9, 8 Central.